Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me? Is this working? It's working? Good evening, and welcome to the 2015 awards ceremony for the Mamaroneck Larchmont Student Aid Fund. My name is Nancy Winkelstein. I'm the current president of the fund, and on behalf of our board, I'm happy to welcome our students, their families and friends, members of the school community, and many of our donors. For almost 80 years, the Mamaroneck Larchmont Student Aid Fund has raised money to provide college scholarships to Mamaroneck High School graduates. It was formed to help ensure that all students in our community have access to a college education. We are fortunate to be in a community that has so generously supported their students for so many years, enabling us to assist thousands of students over that time. There are many people in our community to thank. First, I would like to thank our board of directors, a group of 18 dedicated volunteers who work hard all year to ensure that our mission is fulfilled. Second, many thanks to the Mamaroneck School District, in particular Mamaroneck High School. Both the principal's office and the guidance department remain dedicated to seeing that all MHS graduates have access to a college education. We thank Lainey Lichtenstein, one of the school counselors, for sitting in with our board. And we especially thank Marcia Burkett, the financial aid advisor at MHS. She works tirelessly to reach out to every student who might be in need of financial assistance, a number that seems to grow larger each year. We cannot thank her enough. She is the key reason that many of you are here tonight. Next, thank you to our donors. Because of their generosity, this year 46 MHS students will have less of a load to carry as they embark on what is perhaps the most critical component of their young adult lives. They will need to take out smaller loans, and they will have to work fewer hours at on or off-campus jobs. It is because our community, individuals, families, and local organizations has made and continues to make a commitment to the future of our students that we are able to be here tonight and to do the work that we do. Now, our students. The board enjoyed meeting with each of you in early May. Sorry, this is always awkward because I'm here. Anyway, we were all so impressed by the breadth of your involvement in school and community and in all the hard work you did throughout your high school careers. With that in mind, there are two things I would like you to take with you as you embark on this journey. First, as you head off to college, please remember how valuable you are to our community. We believe in you, and that's what these scholarships are really all about. Second, I recently had a conversation with Dean Lori Patton of Duke University, who in July will become the next president of Middlebury College. She was concerned that many students, especially those who might be first in their family to attend college or who might need financial assistance, forget how important they are to the school community they enter. Each individual student is an important and valuable contributor to their college community, and I would say to all of you sitting here, to please be confident that you as an individual bring something important to share with those that you will be meeting and studying with. Each school you attend will be enriched by who you are. Now, before we get to the awards themselves, we have a few people who are here tonight who'd like to speak with us. First, I'd like to introduce Melanie Gray from the Mamaroneck School Board. I'll say a few words.
Thanks, Nancy. Good evening, everybody. I am Vice President of the school board, and on behalf of the board, I'd like to congratulate you guys on being awarded a scholarship tonight. The 7 of us on the board care deeply about the opportunities that our school offers all of our students. We want you to be challenged and yet supported. We want you to feel engaged, and yet we want you to feel safe in the classrooms. We care about your academic courses, your electives. We care about your opportunities to participate in athletics and the arts and more clubs than I'm sure all of us could name. But the best we can do is offer those opportunities. You guys do the rest. It's your character and your perseverance with, I'm sure, some help and support from the people out here and your friends and families that got you here tonight. Your presence here means that you have grit. It means you have some idea of what you'd like to do with your lives, and you're willing to make some efforts to achieve your goals. Your teachers have seen that, the Student Aid Fund has recognized that, and we're very proud of you. So congratulations on your awards, and best of luck in college and beyond.
Thank you, Melanie. Can people hear? I hear we're having trouble. Nothing is being heard. Here? Okay. All right, we'll try and make it louder. I'll see. All right, I'm going to yell into the microphone now. I'm moving up, okay? Our next speaker is Elizabeth Klain, the principal here at MHS. We are so lucky to have her, and please welcome her to the stage.
Good evening. This time of the year is a bittersweet time for me as principal of the high school. Sweet because I get to celebrate great events like this one tonight, but bitter because it means I must ready myself to say goodbye to a class that I am very, very, very attached to. The past 5 weeks, I have participated in one end-of-the-year ritual after the next, whether it was watching you perform your last pace dance, attending the dinner for senior athletes, or celebrating the many awards you have received in other venues. These year-end rituals are so important to give us closure and to mark this milestone as you move from high school to the next chapter in your career. This night, the night in which the Mamaroneck Larchmont Student Aid Fund generously gives scholarships to so many students, is one of the most beautiful of these year-end rituals. I love the fact that so many of our community members get to spend time with you, the students that I have had the privilege of working with for 4 years. These volunteers always stop me in the halls, come into my office, find me in the supermarket to tell me what an incredible group of students I have here at MHS. I'm so delighted that the interviewers are able to spend time with all of you so that they too can appreciate your passion, perseverance, spirit, and determination. It has truly been a great honor to watch you mature from small, some of you were very small, Alex, shy, and sometimes a little immature 9th graders to the absolutely magnificent group that you have become. I want to thank the board of the Student Aid Fund for the enormous amount of work that goes into getting to this night. And I want to congratulate the students who are the recipients of the awards, who have proved themselves worthy of this honor and make me so proud to serve as your principal. Thank you.
Now it is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker. Emerald Sage Brudy Stewart, a Mamaroneck High School class of 24, holds a BA in Psychology and Theater Studies, a double major from Wellesley College, and a JD from Georgetown Law. After completing a 1-year position in the National Office of the American Civil Liberty Union's Racial Justice Program, Emerald joined Legal Services New York City, where she worked in the fields of disaster recovery and housing. As of this month, Emerald is Legal Service New York City's newest education advocacy attorney. She will be the first and only attorney to provide pro bono representation for special education students attending schools on Staten Island. Please welcome Emerald Sage Brudy Stewart.
Good evening, family, friends, and award recipients. I would like to thank the Mamaroneck Larchmont Student Aid Fund for inviting me back to speak once again. The first time I had the honor of doing so was in 2010, 6 years after I had received the Eleanor and Arthur Fredston Scholarship at my own senior classes awards night. Back in 2010, I had already started to feel old, so you can only imagine how I feel now. I have a cousin who is about your age, and every time I have a conversation with her, it always ends up with me having more questions than answers. For example, what is Snapchat? Who is Zendaya? And how many selfies should I be taking in a day? I don't know. I can talk about my steady decline in understanding of youth culture all day, but I won't. Instead, I will speak briefly about what I've done since I was last here. I graduated from law school. I moved to Brooklyn because I thought it would make me cool. It didn't, and I've been a practicing attorney for 4 years now. Despite 5 years passing, when I was trying to prepare what to say tonight, I felt a bit stuck. I had no idea where to begin. I told my friends I was just going to come up here and tell you to stay in school forever because the real world is hard. And it is hard. Since finishing law school, I've had to work 40 hours a week, every week. I've had to feed myself 3 times a day. I've had bills to pay. Did you know that water from the tap is not free? I've had to pay for that. And worst of all, everything I try to make to decorate my apartment ends up looking nothing like it did on Pinterest. Those are the difficulties I face on a daily basis. Those are the things my friends and I complain about on the weekends. Then on Monday morning, I go to work, And I remembered that there are people out there who actually have the right to say that life is hard. Though I've only been an attorney for a few years, I can fill pages upon pages with stories of how hard people's lives can be. I've met families struggling to keep a roof over their heads because low-paying jobs do not keep up with the rising cost of living. I've met a landlord who illegally evicted a single mother and her 10-year-old daughter, then threw out all of their belongings. For 3 months so far, this mother and daughter have been living in a shelter while the case plays out in court. I've seen families torn apart because the stress of rebuilding their lives after Hurricane Sandy was too much for them. I met a high school junior who sacrificed his own college fund so that his parents could afford to rebuild their home. On my first day at Legal Services NYC, I stood in front of a small, faded pink house made vacant by Hurricane Sandy. The home's once vibrant garden was now a graveyard of broken tile and remnants of wooden furniture. The homeowner told me that she and her husband had emigrated here from Korea in 1976. And like all new Americans, they dreamed of one day buying their own home. For 33 years, they worked towards that dream. And at the ages of 63 and 67, respectively, they were finally able to move from a tiny apartment in Brooklyn to a modest single-family home on Staten Island. They only lived in their home for 3 years before it was destroyed by Hurricane Sandy. And it took more than 2 years of fighting with her flood insurance company before they had enough money to fix their home. And even then, it took a group of volunteers to complete the project. Nearly 3 years after the storm, many of my clients continue to be displaced. When I think about it, it's strange. I'm willingly chosen to dedicate my life to public interest and public service because I learned that when I learned that there was such a thing as injustice, I was propelled to help eradicate it. And yet, I'm not immune to getting caught up in the trivialities of my own life. I've had it easy. My parents came to this country to make a better life for themselves and for the future generations of their family. They worked hard so that my siblings and I could be raised in a town with one of the best school districts in the state, so that I could go off to college and law school and get my degrees. And my family's been lucky. We've experienced no major loss or tragedy. Knock on wood. This is not wood. Well, I'll knock on it later. So yeah, I may not have gotten every toy I wanted from the Sears catalog, and I hope you're not so young that you don't understand that reference. But I got something so much more important. My parents, along with my entire family, my teachers, my friends, and organizations like the Mamaroneck Larchmont Student Aid Fund gave me the support and the opportunities I needed to reach where I am today. And I'm so grateful for that. I know that not everyone is so lucky. I needed the support. You can't do things alone. I remember Columbus Day weekend during my first year of law school. I seriously considered going home and never returning. I didn't like DC. I barely liked any of my classmates. And most importantly, I didn't like the fact that it took me hours and hours to read 4 or 5 pages in my law textbooks. It took me forever to decipher what was being said. And for the first time in my life, I questioned my intelligence, and I didn't like it. I don't remember particularly what my parents said to convince me to go back to DC, but I went back, and it got better. Eventually, I learned to love DC. I met classmates who are still my friends today, and after a while, the legal jargon I didn't understand started to make sense. Now, I'm not going to assume or speculate that your journey has been anything like mine. I don't know if your life's been easy or not, but you've made it to this point. So if your life has been anything but easy, why give up now? As I mentioned in the beginning, I suggested staying in school forever because it can be an easy path. Everything was planned out for me, even my goals. I was told when to eat lunch. I knew when each semester would begin and end. I looked forward to winter, spring, and summer breaks, and my goal since I started pre-K had just been to make it through the year and move on to the next grade. And though the classes changed, the routine remained the same. So during those times before I'm able to recognize my current problems as petty, I think about how nice it would be to go back to that simple routine. But inevitably, there comes a time when there's no more fall and spring semesters, no more preset vacation days, no more graduations. The rest of your life will stand before you, and for the very first time, you will have to make everything up on your own. You'll have to determine what you will do with those years in front of you. You have to determine your goals. It can all seem very daunting, but it won't be, because your education here at MHS and in college will have prepared you for whatever may come. Life is made easier with education. If my housing clients had had the opportunity to pursue higher education, in all likelihood, they would not be my clients. They would have been more able to provide for themselves and their families. And if my disaster recovery clients had been educated about flood maps and the importance of adequate flood insurance coverage, recovery from Sandy may have been easier for them. Now, though you've been educated until this point, you've mainly been a consumer of knowledge. Teachers and parents taught you your ABCs and you repeated it back. They taught you to count and you repeated it back. They taught you historical and scientific facts and you repeated it back. But as rising first-year college students and as adults, you have a choice. You can continue to consume or you can become a creator and use the knowledge you gain in college and elsewhere to reshape this world to make the lives of those disadvantaged and underserved easier. You don't have to dedicate your life to public interest law to do good. Just give back in any way you can. Donate, volunteer, come back to your high school and give speeches. I know the Student Aid Fund would love to hear from you as you move forward in life. And I'm sure you would welcome the moment when you can face a group of teenagers and feel really, really old. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you, Emerald. That was wonderful, and now you know how old we feel. But anyway. So this year we have 2 new scholarships to be awarded. The first of them is the Mamaroneck Avenue School Scholarship. Alice Tenney, who is a former Student Aid Fund president, will say a few words about this new scholarship, and she will present the first annual one. Alice?
Good evening. I don't really have a few words to say about the scholarship, just that I am delighted, honored, and privileged to award the first annual Mamaroneck Avenue School Scholarship to, and I hope I pronounce his name correctly, Luis Serna.
Thank you, Alice. The second new scholarship to be awarded this evening is the John Slattery Memorial Award. Susan Bell, another past president of the Student Aid Fund, will say a few words about John and present that award.
I do want to say just a few words about this new scholarship that is being awarded for the first time this year, the John Slattery Memorial Award. Some of you may recognize John Slattery's name. For 30 years, John worked as a reporter for CBS News, and in that capacity appeared regularly in New York on Channel 2. Being a reporter was the perfect job for John because he was a natural storyteller. He was interested in everything and could identify the essential elements in a news story and report them in an unbiased manner. Most important, John was someone you could trust, which accounted for his long-term popularity with both his viewers and his colleagues at CBS. John was a special person away from his work, too. He loved his wife, Susie, their 3 children, Kathleen, Patrick, and Megan, and 3 treasured granddaughters. John was a loyal and fun-loving friend, and he was an excellent listener. When John asked you a question, he really wanted to hear what you had to say. If he were here this evening, he would want to meet all the scholarship recipients and ask about their plans for the future. He would listen carefully to them, and he would still be thinking about what they had told him long after the ceremony had concluded. John was modest, and his self-deprecating sense of humor was one of his greatest charms. He wouldn't think that a scholarship should be named after him. But I believe an association with young people pursuing their educational goals would make him happy. And so, in his honor and memory, I salute not only Diana Berry, the recipient of the first John Slattery Memorial Award, but every recipient here tonight. Congratulations to you all.
And now I'm pleased to welcome Marcia Burkett, our financial aid advisor here at MHS, who will present the remaining awards with the assistance of Gillian Prozis and Ann Wilson, who are Student Aid Fund board members who will be coordinating the students for this class.
Tonight's first award that I am reading is Diana Kessler Memorial Fund Scholarship, David Alvarez. Congratulations. Eleanor and Arthur Fredston Scholarship, Maritza Angeles Gonzalez. That's okay. Eugene A. Talgo, MAMTA Federal Credit Union Award, Hannah Arias. Harold and Betty Wolfson Shapiro Scholarship, Tristan Ayala. Arnold R. Manchester Sr. and Arnold R. Manchester Jr. Memorial Award, Yasin Benegas Padilla. Henry E. Allen Memorial Scholarship, Nelson Barrios. Harvey Ann Ross Memorial Scholarship, Matthias Bagarin. The Cherkasky Family Scholarship, Maria Carrasco. Congratulations. Francis G. Katzenstein Scholarship, Nikki Caruso. Congratulations. Village of Mamaroneck Volunteer Fire Department Award, Bowen Cologne. Barbara Girini Memorial Award, Winifred Conce. Congratulations. The Women's Club of Larchmont Incorporated Scholarship, Olivia Del Rio. Lorraine Z. and Alexander H. Pollock Scholarship, Joanna Dos Santos. Congratulations. Grace L. and Jerome B. Sinai Scholarship, Giselle Fonseca. Congratulations. Caitlin Caitlin Morawaki Scholarship of the Arts, Alexandra Yanoviciu. Mamaroneck Teachers Association Award, Hadrian Jacob DeNorois. DeNorois. Sorry. I apologize. It's okay. Veterans of Foreign Wars, David Potts Jr., Post 1156 Scholarship, Kelsey Kalish. The Mamaroneck Larchmont Student Aid Fund Award is to Ho-Jin Kang, who unfortunately is not able to be here this evening. The Women's Club of Mamaroneck Incorporated Scholarship, Eri Kawakami. Joseph Oresti Scholarship, Jenna Courant. Topple Family Scholarship, Christopher Lemus. The Mamaroneck Larchmont Student Aid Fund Award, Alejandro Lopez. Unfortunately, he also was not able to be here this evening. American Legion Auxiliary Unit 347 Scholarship in memory of Mrs. Wilma Baker and Helen O'Neill, Daisy Morena.
No, girl.
Oh, sorry. What's your glasses? Let's see. Larchmont Junior Soccer League Award, Jonathan Maldonado Lopez. Mamaroneck Larchmont Student Aid Fund Award, Madison May. Who? Did I skip one? Caroline Farbeck Lofgren Scholarship in memory of Caroline and her family, Parker, Owen, and Sophie. Anna Mazariegos.
We did.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Mamaroneck Excellence Scholarship, Michaela Pastorino. Congratulations. David Sky Rosenberg Memorial Scholarship, Christopher Perales. Long walk. Congratulations. Pat Greenbaum Remembrance Award, Florence Peters.
Thank you.
The Robert Leone Scholarship, Vanessa Pierre. Village of Mamaroneck Police Benevolent Association Award, Kimberly Ramos. Mamaroneck Larchmont Student Aid Fund Award, Roger Reed. Atlantic Philanthropies Scholarship, Tanya Rodas. Congratulations. Mamaroneck Larchmont Student Aid Fund Award, Alexander Roman. Mamaroneck Larchmont Student Aid Fund Award, Tiana Rosado. Okay. Carl Nagel Jr. Scholarship, Stephanie Ruano Maldonado.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mamaroneck Larchmont Student Aid Fund Award, Alessandro Sanchez. Congratulations. Ruth S. and Eugene M. Parter Scholarship, Joseph Spano. Mamaroneck Larchmont Student Aid Fund Award, Scott Vasquez. Congratulations. Gail Kleiner Excellence Award, Michael Villapiano. The Police Officer Arthur DeMatti Memorial Scholarship, Joyce Zhu. Congratulations. Richard W. Baker Memorial Scholarship, Dahlia Yan. Congratulations. The Mamaroneck Larchmont Student Aid Fund Award, Benjamin Yu. Congratulations. And the Mamaroneck Larchmont Student Aid Fund Award, Sebastian Zamaro.
Congratulations to the entire class of 2015. Thank you all for joining us. Please join us for refreshments after, and we look forward to seeing you back there.